YouTube's allowing me to go live again. We are officially at war. So I wasn't allowed to go on live or upload to YouTube for like 3 months. They blocked me. And yeah, so I figured I'd go live. Growing a beard. Alright. It's been a minute. I've been blocked from YouTube. They wouldn't let me upload or do any lives for months. Been blocked on Facebook for months. Haven't been able to post, comment, Instagram, pretty much like everything. They kind of shut me down, kind of censored me. Wouldn't be the first time. You're not allowed to talk. There is no such thing as freedom of speech anymore, even in Canada here. And there is no such thing as freedom of choice anymore. So, I'm gonna make, I'm back up on here, Figured I'd do a live. I just recorded a video that I'm gonna upload in the next couple of days. People have been wondering where I've been. But yeah, no, we're definitely officially at war. We're definitely at war. I was just gonna wait until some more people get in here. I see the one viewer. But yeah, no, I just wanted to basically, reconnect with everybody. I haven't been on YouTube for a while. And there's some serious things going on. And I feel like it's time to talk now. 3 viewers now. But yeah, no, I think it's time to come back on here. I haven't been on here for a while. I haven't been making any videos. But things are changing, right? And it's time to get back in the ring, basically, so to speak. And I think it's time to go to war because I've been quiet, I've been silent, but me and my people are under attack. We're under attack, and we're at risk right now. We're definitely at risk because right. Let's see if I can even talk about any of this stuff without my channel being disabled or whatever, but I'll try not to get too real for them. I know they don't like authentic. They don't like the truth. But anyways, yeah. So we're officially at war for sure, right? There's a time for peace, there's a time for war, there's a time for, everything and anything. And right now, if you push a couple times, I'll wait 2 or 3 times and then I'll push back, or if anything, full force attack, you know what I mean? But that's just because I'm a warrior. 4 viewers, 6 viewers, 1 like. Thank you. Yeah. As you guys know, man, we're obviously officially at war. For any of my people out there, we're in a pretty serious situation. Like I don't know if you guys seen, like, I'm sure you guys have been feeling the wrath of people who are, vaccinated versus people that are unvaccinated. Now Justin Trudeau saying, people who are not vaccinated are extremists, they're racists, basically a terrorist threat. And I did say that was going to happen. People that basically don't get vaccinated are basically going to be imprisoned, trapped, unable to travel, unable to buy, sell, or trade. I haven't been able to go to a restaurant or a pub in months. I haven't been able to post or upload or go live on YouTube for months. They blocked me. I'm blocked on Facebook for months now, unable to post. And There is no such thing as freedom of speech anymore, and there is no such thing as freedom of choice anymore. So now we're in full survival mode, and it's time to go to war. Because the plan is to basically terminate us, to basically delete, remove, terminate, destroy, kill, enslave people that are non-compliant to the government, people that are unvaccinated. So I'm not able to travel. I can't take a plane, a train, a bus. I can't go to a restaurant with my mother. I can't even go back home to where I came from to visit family if they were dying or if somebody died because I'm unvaccinated. I'm not sure why people don't see the problem in that. How you can just cut somebody's life off completely and make it so they can't live their life unless they do what you expect them to do, not to mention to inject themselves with something that, you know what I mean? I stopped taking the flu shot when I was 17 years old. I'm 30 years old now. I have never had the flu since. But from a child all the way up until 17, I was constantly sick with the flu, and I was constantly sick in and out of the hospital. As soon as I stopped getting the flu shot at 17 years old, because I ran off and, took off, as some of you guys know my story, I never got the flu again. And that's a long time to not get the flu. And actually, I actually just got sick in the last couple of days for the first time in like a decade probably. And, it wasn't COVID or anything like that. It felt like a flu. It was there for like 3 days. Just reading the comments. Yeah, man, I was sick constantly when I was young, and I didn't know why. And I asked my mom, why am I always getting the flu if you make me get the flu shot all the time? And she's like, oh, it spares you from getting a real serious flu that will kill you. And I almost died several times in the hospital, in General Hospital in Hamilton, from the flu, from a severe flu. And at 17, when I had no longer had somebody forcing me to get a flu shot, I absolutely never got the flu again. And it almost feels like an out-of-body experience to really wrap my head around the fact that for almost 15 years, I didn't get a flu. Why? How? How is that even possible? I have no idea. All I know is I stopped taking the flu shot at 17 and I never got the flu again. So what would make you think that I would get this vaccine when they have this vaccine all of a sudden immediately right after an unknown disease takes over and is killing everybody? That's a little weird to me how they had it that fast. That's not very realistic. But bottom line is, we're at war. Justin Trudeau is now calling us basically terrorists. Like I said, they're locking us in, right? I can't take a plane, a train, a bus. I cannot travel. I can't go to a restaurant. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. So that means I'm trapped because I don't have a vehicle and I don't have my license. The only thing I can relate to this feeling of being trapped is when I was in jail. I have a hard time understanding or believing that I do not have the free will or freedom to travel if needed at all whatsoever. Like, my freedom has been taken away from me because I'm unvaccinated. I can't live my life anymore. You can't buy, sell, or trade. It's coming. So that means I'm in war mode again, because if you try to harm me or stop me from living or thriving, well, in human instinct, the instinct in me is going to defend myself in my freedom as a right. I have a right to freedom. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your beliefs. But bottom line is, we're heavily under attack, right? The whole world is attacking people that are unvaccinated and saying that we're the cause of the whole pandemic, and that we're putting everybody else at risk. Again, I made a video about this. Like I said, that logic, there is absolutely no logic behind that. That's like me saying, I'm wearing a condom, but everyone else that doesn't wear a condom in the world is putting me at risk. So that means you're not allowed to eat, you're not allowed to go to the restaurant, you're not allowed to travel. I don't want you going anywhere in the world or doing anything social if you don't use a condom, because you're putting me at risk, even though I'm using a condom protecting myself. Doesn't make any sense. Illogical. There's nothing to back that up. That doesn't make any sense. Bottom line is, we're trapped. We can't travel. We can't do anything. So we have to fight now. You know what I mean? Now it's time to speak. I haven't been on YouTube for a while, but when I feel trapped or cornered, you got the wrong guy. You know what I mean? You're gonna have problems. But the real problem is that we're outnumbered. Military, foreign forces that they're gonna use to come in to the country. So they got us all rounded up, right? We can't come together and build community as being unvaccinated because they've trapped us all in our individual areas. We could just say today, I could go buy a piece of land and be like, yo, everybody come out here, let's live off the land, let's opt out of the system. They don't want us anyways. They say we're putting everybody at risk. They're discriminating against us, acting aggressive and violent towards us. They want to go to war with us. And I don't feel like killing people. You know what I'm saying? So I would much rather get out of the way of these fucking psychopaths, because they've made their mind up and they've justified their reasoning. And the worst thing is, fear is being used, right, against people, right? And when people are dying and people are getting sick and stuff like that, people's loved ones and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, somebody says, oh, it's these guys' fault because they're not vaccinated. And people start to become delusional around that idea because they're already becoming delusional because their life has come to a stop, an end. Their life has changed dramatically. And they're so distraught that they're looking for an answer. And their answer is whatever answer is given to them. They need somebody to blame. They need somebody to attack. And they got to point the blame and say, these people are the reason why we can't live our normal lives. These people are the reason why my grandma died, my cousin, my brother. When you start projecting that image on the masses, you are in war. It's obviously not the truth. You know what I'm saying? But if I wanted to, I could turn anybody I wanted against each other. You know what I'm saying? All I got to say, it was his fault. You know what I mean? Because he did this or he didn't do this. And everyone's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, grab him. You know what I mean? Because people like to blame people for things. That's what human nature is. Humans are evil in nature without God. Period. I'm sorry. You may be a good person, but to be honest, you're still participating in evil if you're not godly in any way. To be honest. Because this system itself is ungodly and it's evil and it's built on corruption and distortion. It always has been. If you do learn history, you know what I mean? Like, learn history. There's a serious problem, right? If we were really the problem and they wanted to get rid of us because we're putting everybody else at risk, why would they lock us in and trap us with everybody else so we can't get away from everybody? I can go. There are communities that are living off grid right now that are doing just fine, living a very peaceful, healthy life, happy life, away from all the nonsense. And let's say I would want to go and join a community like that. I can't take a plane, train, bus. I can't even get away. I'm literally on an island and I can't get off. You know what I'm saying? So if we were really the problem and they didn't want us, yeah, his story, yeah, I know about that one. Exactly. But if we were really the problem, why would they trap us and so how come I can't say, okay, fine, you guys don't want me? I don't want your vaccine. I'm not getting it. You say I put you at risk. I'll leave. No problem. I'll go out into the bush. I'll go join a community out there, and I'll live off the land the way man was supposed to in the first place. It was never supposed to get this far evolved out of control, and that's why we have so many problems, and that's why the world is so distorted. We've gone so far away from our natural roots and the way we were supposed to naturally live that it created a disaster. Sickness, disease, crime, chaos, poverty, everything. It all happened because of we've bought into the system. And the system has turned us all against each other. But we're seriously under attack right now. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to be considered terrorists at this point. And it's going to be illegal to not be vaccinated. You will be imprisoned. Right now they have us trapped. That's the first phase. Let's make sure they can't travel, they can't escape, lock them all in. Not everybody has a license in a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Especially poor people. You know what I'm saying? And let's get them all, trapped in their individual areas so that way they can't join together to be one bigger united force. Because then it would be the unvaccinated versus the vaccinated. But they have divided us all, turned all the vaccinated against the unvaccinated, and then blocked the unvaccinated from being able to escape or go anywhere. So that way they can come in and pluck you and imprison you, because that's what's going to come next. You're not going to be able to update your ID. You're not going to be able to renew your license. You're not going to be able to do anything without a vaccine card. Buy, sell, or trade. Says it in Revelations in the Bible, the mark of the beast. That's becoming more and more of a realistic thing as the days go by, right? So I've been silent about all this stuff, because they already censored me. They slapped me with 2 community strikes already and blocked me from being able to upload or go live for 3 to 4 months. So that's why nobody's heard from me. But I've just been evolving as a person, you know what I mean? Working on myself. But we're at war now, and I'm at war because if you trap me, you got a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm going right through you. They're prepared for that. They've already developed the defenses because they knew people were not going to be compliant to government. And it was all strategic. They created this virus so that way they could kill off a certain percentage of people that were not compliant to government, that were not formable. They wanted to get rid of us, terminate us, get rid of us, turn the world against us, outnumber us, not even squeeze us out. Squeezing us out would be a better option. They trapped us so they could come and pluck us and put us away and call us a terrorist and putting everybody else at risk. This is the first phase of that. This is psychotic, it's evil, it's demonic, it's satanic. You can't do that to human beings. It doesn't matter if anybody in the world puts me at risk. If a drunk driver jumps in his car and he's driving around, he's putting me at risk. He's putting everybody at risk. But you know what? Let's just put everybody in jail and throw away the key that drinks alcohol. You know what I mean? Let's just throw them all away, because you know what? Chances are people that drink alcohol are probably, there's a chance that they could jump into a vehicle and put us all at risk. So let's just take away their freedom altogether. Anyone that drinks, you're all going to jail, which is everybody. Everybody drinks alcohol. And I bet you the majority of people have drinking and driving. So everybody puts us at risk. But that's their free will. Everybody has the choice to go and kill somebody and the free will to do it. Everybody has the free will and choice to jump in a car and be drunk and put everybody at risk. Everybody has a choice and free will to have sex unprotected and put you at risk or harm you. That's their choice. But you can't force somebody to use a condom. You can't force somebody not to get their license or get a car. That beard's, yeah, man, the beard's going. I got the beard kit. I'm ready to evolve, man. I'm leveling up. Let's go. I already know what time it is, man. It's that time now. It's caveman. it's warrior time. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're heavily outnumbered. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Maybe not even. Maybe we're not heavily outnumbered. But because they've divided us all, turned the masses against us, and then stopped us from being able to travel so we could join together once we realized we were we were threatened. You know what I mean? What does a pack of wolves do, right? They join together, and that's how they survive, and that's how they dominate, and that's how they don't get destroyed, wiped out completely by another force and other predators, right? But what if we were able to divide all the wolves and make it so that they couldn't join together? They would be less of a threat. They wouldn't be able to defend themselves. You could pick them apart one at a time, right? Well, that's what the system is doing to the people that are unvaccinated. Whether you like to admit it or believe it or not, this is a strategic plan. Every single thing from the beginning to the end, when the virus started, to all the way until everything that it's evolved into. 2 years ago, when COVID first started, I said, COVID is never going to go away. This is the first phase of changing the structure of life as in general. This is the new structure that's being put into place is a permanent structure that is going to change the direction of the world and how it operates. It had nothing to do, like, there was never going to be an ending of the virus or any of that stuff. It was all strategic. It was all planned. They knew that people that are compliant and that live in fear would comply and get vaccinated. They released, they probably released, there's proof that, the thing was man-made. They said it was released from a lab in China or something like that. You know what I mean? China's a slave country. China's been having beef with America, Canada, all that stuff. There's been all types of things going on. Biological warfare has been happening for a long time. Chemical warfare. They find new ways to go to war. Bottom line is, they know that a certain percentage of people are not going to get vaccinated. So the virus was designed to kill those people. They already had the cure. They're like, we got the cure, create the virus, boom. Everybody, the people that we need to comply, the people that are formable, that will submit to higher powers, government, stuff like that, they're going to go ahead out of fear or just because they're compliant to government. Then they get to eliminate the people that are not compliant, that don't get vaccinated. Maybe the virus will kill them off. And the ones that survive and grow antibodies or whatever, develop antibodies, we'll just stop them from being able to live completely, travel, or move, and we'll just trap them until we can get to them so we can imprison them when the laws change. This is, I don't understand how this is difficult for anybody to see. It's very clear. But I guess to somebody like me, with the capacity of knowledge that I have, and God gave me the Holy Spirit to be able to see through everything and see and foresee things and see the truth in things. It's crazy, but this is what's happening. We are officially trapped. I can't take a plane, train, bus. I can't go anywhere, literally even a bus. Like, I'm trapped. I don't have a car. I don't have a vehicle. I don't like feeling trapped. If you do that to me, you got a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? You want to I dare you to try and trap me. See what the fuck happens. I'll go right through you. I'll fucking eliminate you. You know what I'm saying? But they already know that. You know what I mean? And they're prepared. They have military forces ready for that. They already prepared that before any of this shit even happened. Remember, like, fucking 5-10 years ago, seeing all those military tanks going on trains into the cities, out into the outer limits of all the cities, and they had the FEMA camps and the FEMA coffins already and shit? You remember that? And we were trying to figure out what that was for? It was for this. It was for this time. When the world realizes that they've been fooled, trapped, enslaved, they're gonna fight for their lives, and they're already ready from point A to point Z. The defense, the coffins, the whole works, man. They got us locked in, and that's because this has been going on for hundreds of years. They've been this, bro. So now what are we gonna do? what are we gonna do? You realize if you stay where you're at, if you stay in the cities and you live amongst the majority of these psychopaths that want to kill you and eliminate you and imprison you because you're unvaccinated and don't want you to breathe, live, buy, trade, or sell, because they're psychopaths, and they've been convinced that you're the one putting everybody at risk. Yeah, I've been talking about this for years. Everybody knows that. You can go back and watch the videos of me literally predicting every single thing that's happened in the last 3 years, 4 years ago. You know what I mean? Even 10 years ago. But, I'm not the only one, right? Either way, this is bad because my plan was when all this shit takes place, I'll probably be off grid by then, and be able to live off the land and avoid most of the shit that's coming until they really come for us. You know what I'm saying? Once they've gotten everybody rounded up and everything settled and stuff, then they're gonna be like, wait a minute, there's a lot of missing people here. Where are they hiding? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, respect. Code red. Respect, Henry. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna come for those people, right? But they've disabled our ability to join together to be at one force, right? Because they've trapped us all in our individual areas and we can't travel and blah, blah, blah. That's bad. Yeah, you've been talking about it for years. I'm 52. I'm a targeted individual. But, I don't know. I'm making connections with people that are already living off grid and have those communities. But the problem is, at this point in time right now, I'm literally trapped. I can't jump on a bus, train, plane. I can't go anywhere. I don't have a vehicle. Even if I had a vehicle, maybe they would have a checkpoint where they would stop me and be like, are you vaccinated? Go back. Then I would have to go to war with them. Like, you're not fucking, bro. Like, it's either, I'm down to go. Whatever you want. You know what I mean? You're not going to fucking ever stop me from doing anything I want to do, you fucking clowns. You know what I mean? So, good luck. You know what I mean? These power tripping fucking demons, psychotic motherfuckers think that they're gonna fucking trap me and tell me that I can't live my life. Watch what happens. You better get the fuck out of my way if you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Call the cops, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I want to do. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to go to war. But if you trap me, you're fucking, you're putting your life at risk. You do that to anything, you're putting your life at risk. You trap a fucking, anything in the corner. A fucking squirrel will fucking launch at your throat and try to kill you, like, if you corner it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is human, it's nature, you know what I'm saying? But that's why the whole world is going to war right now. There's in the streets, people are fucking killing cops, like, the army's coming in, people are fighting in the streets, burning buildings down. The world's going down, you know what I'm saying? The only option is for us to go off grid and live off the land and learn how to be self-sufficient, and that will preserve us for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Probably actually a lot longer. That's the only way out. That's the only option. And it's not easy. Everybody thinks, oh, I'll just go off grid. I'll be good in the forest. No, you won't. It takes a lifetime of self-discipline and knowledge and hands-on, learning, not just watching YouTube videos and shit, but that's the best thing you can do. And you're better off doing that, trying to learn bushcraft and learn how to survive, you know what I'm saying, off grid and off the land, depending on where you are, what resources are there. But this is literally the only option. And I'm from the big city. I'm a big city boy. You think I fucking ever thought that I would ever think like that? Never. But, life goes its own direction. I'm just there. You know what I mean? People you think you have control, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because we're at war now. So I thought I would come on and do a little live. Talk to my people for a bit. I haven't been on YouTube for like months. But yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, guys. For real. But I don't know what everybody's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I've never felt so like the end was so near ever before, right? I'm good until I feel trapped. You know what I mean? I'm good. I know there's always a way out. You know what I'm saying? There's always a way out. And if there's not, then it's straightforward. I'm going to war, and it is what it is. You know? And unfortunately, that's what it's come down to. But they were already ready for that, right? So it's like a lose-lose. I've been praying every day, man, and my Bible's right there. God's always been there, you know, guiding me all the way through. And that's another thing. You have no defense if you don't have the Word of God. If you don't know God, you have no defense. If you don't believe in a God, you're out there dodging bullets with no bulletproof vest on. You know what I mean? Trying to see all the chats. We are programmed to be dependent on the government. When we were in school learning BS, we should have been learning real life skills. Exactly. How to build a log cabin home, how to you know, build a fire, how to grow food, how to be self-sufficient. They don't want you to be self-sufficient. They want you to be reliant on the government and on the system because they knew they were going to pull the plug on us 100 years later, so that way they could be in full control and profit to the max. But we all knew that, right? Anyways, you know, I was living in a tent not too long ago. You know, I was homeless. You know, I've been on the street since I was 14 years old, on and off. You know, I'm a drifter. I'm a wanderer. You know what I mean? Like you know, all I have is God in my corner, and that's all I need. And that's why I've lived and survived all the shit that I did this far. You know, it's no coincidence. You know, why I'm blessed right now, why I have a nice, beautiful place, why, you know, why people came into my life. You know, angels came into my life. God sent people, you know. He answered my prayers, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm connected to God, you know what I mean? Or it's just crazy. Like, if anybody here, you know, knows who I am and seen my transition in life, you know that I'm from Hamilton, Ontario, Steel City tatted to my wrist, you know what I mean? And big city. Now I live on an island. I made it out of the hood, you know what I mean? Come from the slums. Most people are trapped in that mentality for the rest of their life. They'll be 50 still acting like a fucking teenager, gang banging and shit. Whatever. You know, it is what it is. You can't evolve or grow unless you change your environment. And I would have never changed if I never left. You know what I mean? I would have stayed the same too. You know, it is what it is. I'm loyal to the fucking game. I'm loyal to wherever the fuck I'm at when I'm there. You know, I'm loyal. I'm down for the cause. You know, but God had other plans for me, and he took me and put me in a place where he could develop me into who he needed me to be for these times that are happening right now, so I could also lead people and also be there, you know, to bring more people to him, really, you know. I don't really talk about that too much, you know what I mean? I don't press people, I don't put that on people, but right now, there is no more holding back on what the truth is. Regardless if I lose friends, viewers, likes, whatever it is, I'm more than happy to cut that piece off that it no longer, you know, belongs in my life. As one viewer just disappears. But anyways, yeah, man, we're at war now, so I'm just telling you guys, man, you know, grab the Bible, you know, get closer to God. He'll guide you, he'll lead you, he'll protect you, you know. No plague shall come against you. That's the thing, right? You know, people are saying, oh, all these unvaxxed people are filling the hospitals up. I'm hearing about everybody that's vaccinated getting COVID and dying and fucking being sick and going to the hospital all the time and shit. I haven't been to the hospital once in the last 2+ years before COVID even started. You know what I mean? I never got the flu again since I stopped taking the flu shot when I was 17. That's a long fucking time. Actually, that's a lie. I actually just got sick in the last 3 days for the first time in fucking like a decade, and it really woke me up. It was like, I'm not untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? I never said it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get COVID, but I had a bad flu. Like, you know what I mean? For the first time in that long, I could always stand on that. I was like, I haven't had the flu since I was, 17 when I stopped getting the flu shot, and that's the truth up until the last 3 days. So it was a reminder, and it was to bring me back closer to God and to realize that God is my only protection. I have no magical power. Only reason why I was not touched by a plague or destroyed while I was touching evil in my life is because of God was preserving me. So he had to remind me, remember, you're nothing without me. You know what I mean? And it's true. My protection came from a divine source. It was never, my wisdom and knowledge and how I move and operate, how I was homeless in a tent not too long ago to being in a beautiful place with a beautiful view and a cat and people in my life that care about me, when I went from fucking nothing in a tent and for 7 years homeless, just in BC, having nobody, coming from the other side of the country. Fuck, man. You know what I mean? Like, for real. But God did all that to me, you know what I mean, on purpose to build me into who I'm supposed to be prepared for what's coming in the future, you know what I mean? People couldn't even fucking handle 3 days in a tent outside. I slept on a fucking bench in December, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta be tough, man. Like, but either way, all I gotta say is that we're at war now, and we're under attack, and we're at risk. So, I mean, I would start making plans. I would start trying to get away from the cities. I would, you know what I mean? Like, start, guiding your people more, start coming out and saying it how it is. You know what I mean? It's back wartime again. You know what I mean? It's wartime again. People convinced me around me that it wasn't wise for me to be exposing this type of stuff. Where the fuck are all these people now? The organization that I was working for a couple years ago, I stopped speaking my truth because people said it would be in my best interest. So that way I don't ruin connections. So that way I could thrive and prosper. Guess what? None of those connections led to anything. It got me nowhere. So that whole fucking time that I wasn't speaking or talking my truth, what did that get me? It got me nowhere. Nothing. Those people were fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. But they were looking out for my best interest, and they did care about my best interest, but they're not who I am. They're not me. They don't have the abilities that I have. They can't foresee what I can foresee. You know what I mean? But they still, they just were looking out for me in the only way that they know how. But it's time to get back on the truth and not care about ruining fake relationships and connections with people that don't know what I know and can't understand and comprehend what I can. And I'm not trying to be arrogant or cocky or anything. It's just, I try to be humble and I try to be sensitive to everybody, and it's not time for that anymore. It's time to go to war again. Unfortunately, I don't choose this. I don't pick this. This life, I have no control over. It goes which way it goes, and I fucking keep swinging. I'm just trying to live, trying to survive. I can't believe that all the way up until now, 30 years old, all it's been about is trying to fucking survive, trying to eat, trying to find somewhere to sleep, trying to have a good life, trying to be happy. How the fuck did half of my life be about literally just fucking being in misery, trying to survive because of this fucking system, because of the way of life, because of the fucking corruption, the evil that controls this world, that everybody is submitting to right now, like governments and this whole fucking program, turning us against each other. You know what I mean? Bro, like it said in the Bible, we would be falsely like imprisoned. Bro, I've been watching this unfold the whole time, but whatever. anyways, I'm probably gonna end this live soon, but it was good coming in here and linking up with everybody. But yeah, it's back to war, and I'm not gonna hold back on the truth anymore. Regardless if it's a conflict of interest and may affect something in my life. Like there's, I can't not be real. There's no such fucking function in me. You know what I mean? It doesn't exist. I can be quiet for a bit and not say anything, but I'm also adding to the problem if I'm not fucking saying anything. You know what I mean? If I'm not out here contributing, not out here fighting with my people, whatever, you know what I mean? Not giving my advice, not adding my perspective. God gave me life for a reason, to add, not to take away, So enough of the nonsense of worrying about other fucking people that might not like what I say, that might cut me off from a job opportunity or some shit. There is no fucking job opportunity for me anymore. I'm not vaccinated. I'm not allowed to fucking be a part of society. I can't even fucking have a job. I can't even go to the restaurant with my mom. I can't fucking do anything. So it's over. Society is over for me. Life as I've always known it has changed permanently. And if people think that this is going to change and go away and things are going to lighten up and loosen up, then you have a fucking, a bad experience ahead of you. It's not going away. I made a video 2 years ago that said COVID isn't going away. That was fucking 2 years ago. I think you guys can see what the fuck's going on now and how long this is going to go on for. That it's not going away. It is converting into something else, which will transform into something else, which will convert into something else, until you fucking see what really is going on at the end. And by then, by the time you see it, it'll be too late. So that's how it always happens. You think people knew they were going to fucking die? You think people knew they were going to fall into a trap? No, you never are going to be able to see that shit coming. You just have to go by the spirit. You know what I mean? And if it's your time, it's your time. But yeah, we're at war, so it is what it is. Maybe you guys should start making YouTube channels yourselves and start fucking getting out there and swinging in any way you can. It's not like I only live on the fucking internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real person in real life. I'm out here, you know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah, man, it's time for sure. It's time. And I'm not going to be quiet no more. And I'm already at risk, so it really doesn't matter. People in power, or that have power over my circumstances, might not like what I say. And that might cause problems for me, but that means I have to adapt. And once again, evolve into the next level. And keep growing and keep swinging and keep fighting and keep going. You know what I'm saying? One door shuts, another one opens. It is what it is. So, but yeah, no, we gotta get off grid. We gotta join together. I don't know how we're gonna do it since we're all fucking trapped now. Thanks to the fucking satanic fucking government. But yeah, it's bad. That was like that was the part that I've been trying to avoid. I told everybody, you guys are all gonna get trapped in the cities. Everyone's gonna be fucking trapped. I said this 3 years ago. Made multiple videos. I said, get out of the cities, because you're gonna be fucking trapped. There's gonna be no way out. You're not gonna be able to travel. Guess what's happening? Exactly. So, yeah, now it's for real. Like, you know what I mean? And if you think it's gonna go away, and everything, the restrictions are gonna get let off and all that shit, no, it ain't, bro. You're going to become a fucking terrorist. You're going to be considered a terrorist if you don't get vaccinated, and you will be imprisoned. Your rights are fucking already gone. Your freedom of choice is gone. Freedom of rights gone. No such fucking thing. You better get ready now and start adapting to the idea. You know what I'm saying? If you keep waiting and thinking, hoping and shit, you're going to get fucking trapped, stuck for real, eliminated. That's it. And I'm hoping I don't get caught up in the mix myself, because God will he'll make a way, but at me as a man, I'm like, fuck. I guess this is how I'm going out. You know what I mean? But there's always a way out, man. But, you know, you got to be ahead. You got to be 10 steps ahead of everything all the fucking time. You know what I mean? And even me, I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a fucking piece of land. I don't have a fucking log cabin home in the fucking out in the bush. We haven't developed a lifestyle of living off the grid and being able to provide for myself, hunting, growing food, fucking learning how to, you know, preserve food in jar, all that shit for the winter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have zero experience. If you were to chuck me out there right now, I'd probably fucking die. Probably all of us. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe I'm underestimating myself. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that's the only way out. It's the only way out. And if we don't do it now, man, like, or soon, then fucking consider yourself a grave fucking stone. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you know, stay blessed. You know, stay alert, man, and stay out of the fucking way. Because trying to fight this shit, it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? This is a prophecy. It was gonna happen regardless. It's written in stone. It's written in fucking gold plates. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just get out of the way if you can, and if you can't, then do whatever you can. I don't know, but that's all I gotta say. Stay resilient, man.